So what is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another Black Ops 3 Zombies video, and today we have something awesome. It's actually one of the first in-game shots we have of Revelations. Now, this was actually released as a thumbnail by TOTEN, so you may be thinking, Eli, why have I not seen this before? Well, that could be the reason, but this is really the first in-game shot we've got of what it's going to look like in-game. Obviously, what we had so far is not actual in-game footage, as it's always advertised, so I'm just going to say it like that. But breaking this down, I've taken a look at it. This reveals some freaking awesome things that we should be getting in the map. I'm also going to show you something else. Anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let's get into it. This on screen right now is the screenshot of the thumbnail from TOTEN's video. As you see, this is the first in-game gameplay image we have of Revelations, and oh my god, it looks freaking interesting. This map looks so damn colourful for one. There's so much going on. There's so much to break down just in this one shot itself. So let's get freaking into it. Anyway, in the middle, we have this massive gate worm that we've already seen flying around in the prologue, because as we know, Shadow Man has now been able to open up a gateway to allow the Apothecans into this universe. And as you see, we have one of those floating about in the middle of the map, and it's freaking massive compared to the prologue. Just looking at it, the scale of it in game, this thing looks freaking massive. Now, obviously, the main thing to point out is you can see we have the Pack-a-Punch. This specific area on the ground, to me, looks like part of Revelations, part of this map. But as we've seen from our previous trailer, we've also got Nakter and Toten, KINO Toten, Origins, and a few other maps like that, which we'll talk more about on how I think they work in just a second. But as you see, on Revelations, we have the Pack-a-Punch machine. It seems to be on higher ground, so how exactly you access that, we really have no idea. We have this strange pyramid or spire type thing that we saw in the trailer. We don't know what that does apart from spins around and shoots a blue laser beam up into the air, probably a creation of Maxus's or something like that. As we know, his house was in this location until it got moved away by the Shadow Man. Obviously, we see on the left there we have a church. We can see we have some barriers which, just like Duraz and Drache and Garad Krovi, it's just furniture floating in the air. We have a gobblegun machine and then a weapon on the wall, which to me looks like the Shiva. I'm not too great on what freaking weapons we have in the game. I forget all the time, but I'm pretty sure that's the Shiva, or is it something else? It's probably something else. You guys just tell me in the comment section below. But actually, what I want to focus on is the sky. You will notice the left is red, which usually represents evil. Then on the right, we have blue. Now, what's actually interesting is on the land floating on the left, the red area, you can see we have the mystery box light. You'll notice that's not on the bit of ground that the Pack-a-Punch is on. In fact, the mystery box is floating on a whole different island, which makes me think as to how this map is going to work. Now, remember in the first trailer we saw KINO Toten. We saw an overgrown version of KINO. We see Takio teleport there. We see all the hard work Treyarch has done with KINO, so it's pretty obvious that we are able to go back to these older maps to do something. We know that in this trailer we also see Nakter and Toten. Once again, it's been inhabited by the Apothecans. It's clear that we are able to go to Nacht. And I'm thinking that this map is going to work by allowing us to teleport to these different maps. We see in the sky that bit of land on the left. Looking at it right now, I can't tell exactly what that map is, but just to give you guys an example of what I mean, that piece of land up the far left, which is red, could be KINO Toten. That piece of land up the far right, which is blue, could be Nakter and Toten. It could be Duraz and Drache, we don't know. But I believe we are going to be able to teleport from one island to another, and each island is going to offer us different things. Not only that, and each island is part of a different map. So we can teleport from Revelations to an area in KINO Toten, from KINO Toten to an area in Nakter and Toten. And that honestly is the way I could see it working. We've seen that we're able to go to KINO, that we are able to go to Nacht, and a couple of other maps as well. And to me, it would make total sense since the Shadow Man has destroyed our universe. He's opened up a massive portal gateway in the sky. He's destroyed other universes that contain our older maps. And what we thought Richtofen had done before with the whole Element 115 merging and interdimensional convergences, the Shadow Man has just made that 100,000 times worse. And now, from Revelations itself, from the house, we are able to see KINO Toten in the sky, Nakter and Toten in other maps, and I believe Treyarch are going to allow us in this map to somehow teleport over to those other locations. I don't believe it's one whole big map. In fact, it may be one large area of Revelations and then 4 or 5 different smaller areas of KINO, NACT, and different places like that. And honestly, that would be freaking awesome. I mean, the moon, I don't know about the moon, let's just forget that one. From what we've seen, we're not able to go to all of the maps, but there are about 4 or 5 that are available that I can't remember right now, but you guys can put in the comment section that we should somehow be able to get to. Like I said, at the top left, you can see we have the mystery box, so clearly we can get to that island. But the other interesting thing I thought about was on the left we have red, on the right we have blue. Red usually represents evil, so in this case would be the Shadow Man. Blue usually represents, well, in Zombies 115, but could also be seen as good, which in our case would be, I don't know, Richtofen, Monty, that side of the crew. As we know right now, Maxis isn't here. His body has been taken by the Shadow Man, so we can guess we won't be seeing Maxis in this game. It may involve us trying to get his body back and collect his soul by us time traveling to one of the locations that's going to be available on Revelations, which I believe is Origins. So like I said, we've already seen in the previous trailer Nikolai in a destroyed version of Origins, so I believe that's exactly how it's going to work. We have the Pack-a-Punch located clearly on Revelations. We have a mystery box on, I don't know, another map, could be KINO. I'm just trying to give you guys examples from what we've seen so far, and just from this little image, honestly, it looks fantastic. The atmosphere, the colouring. Imagine riding one of these big gateworms in the sky from one island to another. I mean, that could be how it works. Maybe we take one of its tentacles and slide from one island to another. I really have no idea. It's just an idea. Put your theories on how you think this is going to work in the comment section below, and also what you think of this image, because it looks awesome so far and I cannot wait to see how it's actually going to work in game. So there we go. I thought I'd share it with you since it's the first in-game image, and it actually gives us a ton of information. As always, leave a like rating, make sure you are subscribed. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be very interested to hear what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.